here we are again. I've taken large sections of the hair that I curled and waved, and I've just given them a nice clip to hold that, because you know, ladies, the hair holds the heat. This is actually setting as we speak, and it's also going to come together when we get done. But I'd like to do, because we're going out, right? We're on our way out. I want to do some eyes and some lips, and simple, but you know,
effective.
Beautiful.
Effective and beautiful.
Exactly. All right.
Oh, I get so excited when Joseph does my makeup, because he truly is a real artist. We've done covers, we've done magazine, Avon, we've done magazine tutorial, Avon, you name it, we've done it.
What makes me an artist, because a lot of people will say, oh, well, he doesn't do this, and that's what I've seen on YouTube. I dance around the face, and when I'm done, they feel like themselves and they feel beautiful. If I see a spot for saturation that's going to lift that eye out and make them feel sexy, it gets put in there. But it's not a step-by-step situation. I mean, it can be, and we've done that tutorial together, but this is just something to wrap up what we've been doing to get our hair in shape so that we can get dressed and go to a nice event together.
And if you guys want to see a full tutorial that we did, just click the link here and it'll show you that full-on start to finish tutorial.
It was a few years ago, so, you know, I've aged.
It's still
But
it's
she
still
thinks
relevant.
I got better, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to own that.
You're like fine wine. You've gotten better with age.
So look up for me. I just want to take a little bit of the shine out from underneath the eyes, because I'm going to come with some shadows, and if any of them fall down, they're going to stick to that shiny spot. And then this beautiful sort of simple, we did a light makeup a few minutes ago, but you know, just something to start it out. So we're just going to add a little powder, because with eyeshadows and things coming down, it can stick to your skin. So if you put a little bit of powder, and this is translucent powder, it's absolutely weightless. There's no moisturizer, there's no pigment in it. It absolutely, and it will be gone by the time we're done. But it really helps. So if you're having trouble spotting under your eyes from eyeshadows and things, lay a little translucent powder. Go to Sephora. They know what you want. They know exactly what you're looking for. Translucent, clear, not translucent colored. Most powders have moisturizer and pigment in them. And if you get that on your face, you're just going to have a thick face full of makeup. And I'm sure that everyone's experienced that. Try the translucent. Just take a very, very simple brush. It's basically what they call a crease brush. A lot of crease makeup is done, right, Dawn? It's kind of fluffier and rounder. And I'm going to take this really, really pretty color here. Now, eyeshadows that have a little pearl in them or a little iridescent in them, they blend better. If you're in a hurry, don't get too stuck on matte shadows, because that's a lot of blending and you got to teach yourself a lot. So what I'm going to do here is just tilt her towards me. This is what's going to get picked up there. I would like to just take my finger. This is washed hands, okay? And take my fingers and just dab over that little bit of sheen that comes up on the lid, a little eye oil. I'm not afraid of that. I don't always use a primer when I'm in a hurry. That's why I'm picking up this very easy to blend eyeshadow with a little bit of pearl in it. It moves easier. We're just going to lay it in here. We're just going to set it right down in there. And just kind of like, just sort of start to tease that little bit of opening in the corner of the eye. I'm going to come back and do that to the other side. Again, I'm just kind of dabbing with my very, very clean fingers. I've never had a model in all the years I've worked with ever say, why are you touching my eye? You know what I mean? They trust me. They know that, again, this is the artist in me. I'm dancing around the face right now. And I'm excited because, first of all, she's beautiful. This is not going to be hard work, but it's going to be very effective.
Also, fingers are like little pads.
They're the best blending tool you have, are right there.
Yeah.
Now, I love this as a kind of a copper color. And the reason I love it is because Dawn's eyes really pop with this color. See, and I'm kind of just brushing it across the crease and then just blending that a little bit. Now, this is just the beginning. This is going to go quick, so put your questions in the in the box.
In the comments below.
So now I'm going to go into something kind of light, and this is not entirely matte, but it's what they call kind of a creamy finish. Doesn't show a lot of iridescence, and it smooths out the eyelid. So I'm going to bring that, look down and not close, that's always better for me. I'm going to bring that into the middle like that, just to open that back up. This is called a 10-minute makeup. And you can already see what that's doing. It just brought the eyelid back into the story. Now, you know that I'm going to get up here and blend something beautiful on the brow line, but absolutely, we're almost there. Then if I take my eyeliner brush, and I like the gel eyeliners. I think gel eyeliners are great.
Is there a reason? More of a slip?
Let me try to explain why I like gels. First of all, they're very they really stay. They really stay put. The reason I like gel eyeliner is because when you're mixing one with water, sometimes it comes up very thin, and then you're reapplying, and once you get that too many coats on there, it cracks.
Yeah.
So this just glides on one shot. I'm not going to try to do a wing eyeliner. That's not what we're talking about. But if you look at Dawn's eyes, you want to bring a little attention to the outside corners, because that's going to lift that for her, and that's what I'm going to illustrate here now. Sorry, Donna. So what that did in seconds was it went from thin to thick and faded to a stronger outline. Now I'm going to go in and fill it in, but that was my line, and how I got it was just starting from the outside and bringing the brush across. Now look down, don't ever close for me, because when you look down, I'll get it on the underneath part. Another tip, when you're doing your eyeliner, don't close your eye, because if that brush goes through your lashes, you're getting underneath your eye, and that can be a lot of problem.
Don't do what I just did.
When you're in a hurry. And again, I'm starting on the outer corner. Maybe we can aim it this way and get a good look. I'm starting on the outer corner, and I'm just dragging that, and it automatically goes thinner as it goes in, because you're not doing the whole. If you do the whole eye, the effect of lifting the corner will be neutralized. Now I'm just going to fill that back in closer to the lashes, which is why I like her lid down but not closed. Now look towards me. That's the girl, and hold really still. Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty great. I'm going to get back on the other side. Again, now I'm just filling in, and I'm going to start, look away. Let's start on the inside. And blink was tricky. Thanks for not blinking. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So people call me an artist. Well, it's because I'm painting. You know, I'm painting. Don't look up too much because it's drying. But you can see a nice sort of, not too thick, not too thin, kind of some people might use it for eyebrows even. And I'm going to take a little bit of that first eyeshadow I did. I'm going to ask Dawn to look up. And I'm just going to fill all of this in to make the eye look a little balanced. I went a little strong on the eyeliner, I'm not going to lie. But now that I have, I want to balance it with something underneath. So I'm using that same color. Now, I'm going to show you with a Q-tip how you can always blend that kind of work. And then also, you can see, let's tilt this way and really show them from this side. You can see how you want to start to blend that off. You want this to be incorporated into the face. Shouldn't look like a raccoon. And here's my favorite blending tool. Right there.
Right, your finger pads.
Right there. So that's really coming together. I mean, and this is a quick one. If we were really slowing down, you know, step to step. But this is just to kind of add to the, you know, to the work we did with the hair, and because we're going out. But you can see how just, no matter what you do, I love the pad on my finger. It's so warm and smooth.
Yeah, it's got that natural.
Yeah, I take good care of my hands.
Always make sure your fingers are clean when you do
Oh,
this.
you know,
don't want bacteria spreading around.
When I come to do a makeup, I'm in the manicurist.
Yeah.
I'm at the manicurist. And that isn't just because we're on camera. I would do that for any job I did. I would make sure that my hands are manicured. Okay, now before I put some mascara, which is really going to help finish the look, I'm going to come to and do something with the eyebrow. Dawn has amazing eyebrows. I love Dawn's eyebrows.
It always says that. I don't know why, because I have plucked them back in the day, but they just
Well,
maintain their hairiness. I don't have a unibrow anymore like I used to, but I do have thick brows. Somewhat. I have to fill them in. So.
I'm just using a nice kind of taupe. You don't want any too much red in your eyebrow color when you have this much blonde and ash to the hair color. I like to start by brushing the eyebrows down, and I know that's a little counterintuitive. I learned it from one of the old Hollywood makeup artists. When I used to work in a salon in California, we had a man come in and teach us how to, actually did Jean Harlow's hair in the 30s. He was very old, but he brought a friend and they were teaching us about hair and makeup from the movies. And what was really fascinating to me is everything was about the key light. So the line had to come from above. It's the key light. That's where you had to absorb the light, not underneath. So anyway, so I'm just, what you can see here is by brushing it down is that the hairs grow in this way. And you follow the way that line I just think it's what happens above the hair that makes the big difference. And then this is a real trick if you haven't figured this one out. Maybelline makes a great lash in clear. And I buy it. Some people like to put mascara with no color. It makes their eyelashes look kind of spidery and pulled together, kind of like when you come out of the shower and your eyelashes are stuck together. But I like to use it to bring all that back up and set it. And you can see that that's really like complete. I mean, that's not a lot of work with a lot of effect.
Yeah, because my eyebrows tend to fall down, so it's good to have them.
Oh yeah, I think if you're, you know, I'm bringing it above the hair after it's been brushed down, and just following the natural shape, but filling the upper in. I know that there's a lot of emphasis on eyebrows these days, but I don't recommend it after a certain age unless you're kind of trying to pull off a look. But I think just to keep eyebrows natural and pretty, that's what you do. So by going in here, see, I'm putting the emphasis up here. I'm not crowding the eye with eyebrow, but it is kind of a Then I take my clear mascara and I just bring the eyebrows back to where they were. And this is why I love Dawn's eyebrows. Because when you do the littlest bit, I mean, come on, they just came out of nowhere. Am I right?
All the links will be below, guys, of any of this. If you're interested in what Joseph used, I'll link it below.
Now at this point, if you want, you can study what might need a little fill. And just don't get into, because I want that hair to set high, the eyebrows to set. There's a lot of pomade, what they call it, brow pomade, a lot of different products to kind of groom the eyebrows. That's all good. But I found that, I don't know why I love this. It just makes them beautiful. I guess you get your products. But I stumbled on it at a Dwayne Reed. And I went clear, mascara. I'm doing the brow with that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So this will set for a while. It takes a little bit. It's kind of a wet situation, and that's why I've done it now. Now I'm going to flip over to the mouth a little bit, maybe brush some of this powder away, and then what we'll do is we'll add some mascara to the final pick. Now, you always want to keep the lips moisturized, but when you start to do the mouth, you're going to have a lot more control if you don't put a lot of lip gloss on first.
Slippery.
You know, and the other thing that I know I've said over and over and over, I like the natural shape on Dawn's mouth. Dawn has a really, really beautiful, fuller bottom lip. Her top lip's a little bit thinner. It's even higher on one side. But every time I tried to fix it with a pencil, I'd go through the film and photograph her. I'd go through the film and retouch it back to the way she was born with. It's really,
Yeah, you can't overdraw your lips. It just starts to look a little strange.
I just love women who don't try to correct their natural features. I like enhancing. That can be done with color, it can be done with shadow, it can be done with mascara, brows. Enhancement is great, but don't overdraw the mouth. Because when we talk, people look at our mouths while we're talking, and it's distracting when it looks like something that was kind of like an artifact of makeup rather than something that enhanced the natural beauty.
Right, and even with a thin upper lip like mine, he can still make it look gorgeous.
Well, I come from that. It is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
If you go back to any of Dawn's covers, doesn't matter what country she was in, they really emphasized and loved her kind of pouty lower lip. And that's all I'm trying to bring out. Give me a little space. That's it. The other thing to remember is don't go into the corners. The corners are your enemy. And so I stop before the corner and just let that kind of fade in. Now, in terms of doing the upper lip, which I think is really important for a lot of ladies that have lines, the pencil is your best friend. You can put gloss in the middle of the bottom lip, but don't get a gloss up because it's going to seep into the lines, and that's just the way it works. I mean, it just happens to do that, and there's not a lot you can do to avoid it. One of the things you can do to keep that from happening is to work the top shape with a pencil. Just slowly. Yeah, we want to start with the top shape because the pencil will keep the lipstick from seeping into the lines if you have that problem. Not everybody does, but some people do, and it's not a big deal. We are expressive human beings, and skin will take the heat. It seems particularly around the mouth. Always take a Q-tip to the pencil line. You want to diffuse it down to the skin. Now remember that in the end, all of this is going to get hit with a nice finishing gloss. And what I love about this is that it's not only a gloss and a nice kind of shine for the mouth, it also is a little bit of a lip stain. It really does pink it up for us. And you can roll that around. That's it, not too high. There you go. See, that's all you do. Now that's not going to seep into any lines or bleed at all. So
I love this.
Yeah, I do too.
Faria. Check
That's
that out,
great.
guys.
It's great. Awesome.
Great.
I really like it.
You can use it for cheeks and eye.
Look up.
Dual.
Now
Triple.
I always finish with brushing all the excess powder and everything down a little bit on the skin before I do the mascara, because you don't want to start brushing around mascara. Let me get this. We're going to do a little curl. Did you curl it yourself at all today?
No.
Okay. We're going to do a little curl. You just lay it a little bit on the lid and pull up. Every little bit helps. Even if it's just the middle, it all helps. Brush hair. With the good old standby Maybelline's great lash.
Good old Maybelline.
I remember going to studios in the 80s when I was starting out, and boy, I'll tell you, Sandy Lintner, if I can say Sandy,
Yeah, we love Sandy.
amazing makeup artist who did a lot of work in the 70s, 80s, and she's still amazing. But wow, I would watch her work this Maybelline lash, and I thought, okay. And everyone said this. Why bother? That's the one.
Listen, it's been around since what, the 70s, 60s? I don't know, but great lash mascara is always the
It has
one
a
every
great-
makeup artist goes to.
It's a very, very good formula, but look at the brush.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong. So I'm just going to lift, and I'm going to rock it at the base and pull out.
You rock it.
I'm rocking it.
Wow, look at that difference, huh?
So I love this MAC pencil. There was a line of MAC years ago called, they're still carrying it. It's not the same old pencil, but called Snake Eyes. Do you remember Snake Eyes?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. They had this pencil, it's called Teddy, and it's like almost a match to the first color I used on her. And what I'm going to do, because I feel like in trying to show everybody, I exaggerated the eyeliner a little bit, and I want to not necessarily soften it, but I want to blend it a little bit to the shadow. That's what I'm going to do. So if you'll look down for me, I'm just going to run this right over that black. Because I think there's too much of without it being a wing eyeliner, it's just way too much sudden black. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This will calm it down.
So you're kind of diffusing it.
I'm diffusing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's great because we're all learning together. My beautiful audience of gorgeous women, and then you and I, working so well together for so long. It's such a great, for me, it's such an honor to be working with you and teaching people just some of these tips and tricks that you wouldn't know unless you're really dealing with a real artist like Joseph.
I'm basically just doing my finishing touches. I do like to work without having to explain it. That I'm not going to lie. It's not easy to do this. So now I feel like if you look at the difference between that eye and that eye, I feel like I've made sense of it. I feel like I've made sense. Let's look right into there. And look, yeah, now tilt your eyes. There you go. See, I've made more sense of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side. And then as you saw me do, I'm blending that with a brush that'll kind of move that around and blend it out. I wish you could see the difference because it's really softened it in a nice way. And then I'm going to take something a little bit bright and put it in the corner. Don't close for me, darling. And just soften that a little bit and brighten it. You can bring something like this, can go under the eyes. Look up. You can just sock that corner with a little highlight.
I love that look.
Yeah, it kind of makes it look a little wet.
Well, to me, there's a little bit of a glamorous look to it. That little bit of like, you know.
Now, here I've got, you see I've got a little dust on there from the shadow. Your Q-tip is the answer for that. Just wipe it away, and if all right. Now there's a mascara also by Maybelline that has this tiny little lash, and that's what I'm going to go at underneath with. So let me get underneath there.
Yep.
Yep. Makeup should really look like you had got your eyeliner on, your mascara on right. In the end, that's really all it should do. Look up.
This is why he's my bestie.
Well, yeah,
He's the best of the best. Bar none,
I think,
I believe.
okay, well, I think that's lovely.
Love
Thank
him.
you so much.
I love him so much.
Look up for me. I'm not afraid of a little imperfection.
Yeah.
I've come to know in my 68 years that perfection is kind of a fool's game. It's a nice thing to inspire you to continue to get better and do finer work. But I feel that what people don't realize is that makeup kind of sinks in. It seeps in. So a lot of that perfection is going to be blended out anyway. Now, if I had an hour to do somebody's makeup, I would go a different direction. But this is something to get us out the door. What if we spent 15 or 20 minutes tops?
Right.
And that's for professional makeup, not just something you whip out on yourself.
Right.
She's gonna pop anywhere she goes. Look up for me. That's great.
And of course, he's explaining everything as well.
Trying to.
Which takes time. And by the way, is very hard to do when you're an artist and you're just
Yeah, this
painting.
doesn't feel like what I'm generally hired to do, which is to come in and just turn a model out, you know?
Yeah.
Have
This
a
is
model.
different. This is for, women who want to look gorgeous and want to feel really good.
Right.
Whether you're going to bar mitzvah or a party or an event or a wedding or whatever.
Right.
These are really good tips and tricks. You know, obviously we're not in a photo studio doing a photo shoot. This is more about just looking beautiful and wanting to feel really good, really good about yourself and what you're doing. So have fun with makeup. play, right? Experiment.
Absolutely.
Play, get messy.
I'm
fun.
I'm kind of good. Let's get some.
Yeah.
Let's get some of this out.
Okay. And I will put on my dress to show you the final reveal. I think you guys are going to be really excited with Joseph's mastery. Do a little teasing action, right?
Well, 2 bumps is not really teasing. It's just kind of supporting the root like that. And then, because all that, I'm going to put my hands through it. It's not, hair is not meant to look bouffant. Sorry about the clip in my mouth. Not anymore, right? But I don't know. This sometimes I do this before I clip it in, and then when I take it out, I don't have to really go through the hair again. I can just kind of whip that around. I like that. I know I'm going to want that when it comes down.
I'm going to feel so glamorous when I go to this party tonight. I'm so excited. I'm going to go, who's that girl?
Very nice. We're going to Positive Exposure with Rick Guidotti, who was an incredible fashion photographer before he got involved in this incredible movement to help people that have, you know, they're different. You know, society doesn't know what to do with them. You know, they might have a genetic problem that they're born with, and, you know, they're just trying to get through life with all that. And this man has taken his fashion photography and applied it to these people, and they are beautiful. The Smithsonian carries a standing exhibit.
Yeah. And Joseph and I go to all their events. I'll put a link below about their events and their organization.
Look them up online and get a box of Kleenex.
Yeah.
Because you can't, and what it's done for these kids is just unbelievable.
It's so beautiful. So we're going tonight to support this event.
Yeah.
Positive Exposure.
Exactly.
I'll put a link below if you want to get involved or see what they're doing.
Yeah.
But it's such a beautiful thing because we're all beautiful. God has made no mistakes. Everyone is beautiful in their own unique way.
Yep.
And you just don't let anybody dull your sparkle.
Nope.
You always hold your head up high, no matter what age, what size, it doesn't matter. It just matters how you feel inside, and that comes. The motto
of Positive Exposure, Rick Guidotti, is change how you see how you change. That's not good, but I just want to plug it because we're going there, and we love to support him. Have for up to I've been there supporting, but Dawn used to sit in front of his camera when he was a fashion photographer, and he loves that she comes and supports this.
Yes, absolutely.
And so do the kids. The kids are like, oh.
Yeah, they get excited.
But they feel so good about themselves. It's not like, oh, I can never be that. Yes, you can. Yeah. Beauty is an inside job. Beauty comes from the spirit, the way we treat other people. And so much fun. Dawn kind of brought me in from the country to do this. And
he doesn't live here in New York anymore. He came all the way down.
Hey, 45 years was enough. But now,
so we want to thank you again. Thank you, Joseph, for your beautiful work. I want to also say that if you liked what we created, we want to create more. So please comment, like, subscribe. It would mean the world to us. We want to create more beautiful content for you guys. And the way for us to do this is for you supporting our channel and just subscribing and liking us. We love you so very much. And let me go get dressed. And
I want to just add one thing, and that is that put your suggestions in the comments, because
what you like.
We did a live stream once, and it was a blast.
Yeah,
oh my God! These questions coming out, I couldn't wait. Like, you know, So
We'll do more live streams. If you write below that you like live streams, we can do more of those. But yes, we want to hear from you. We love you also very much, and we'll see you in the next video. We can't wait. Bye-bye.
Bye now.